Hello and welcome to all of you at Shrewsbury School. I am Leanne. I am a company director of a company called the STEM Workshop. So I run my own company locally in Shropshire, which I founded 2 years ago after a long career as a teacher. I set up my company to help young people like yourselves connect and explore careers in science, design and technology, engineering, and maths. Now, I work predominantly for a training provider in Shropshire called the Marches Centre of Manufacturing and Technology. So, the challenge that we set today is going to be set from the Marches Centre of Manufacturing and Technology, but it's going to connect you to a local company. So, hopefully, it will help you explore industry sectors locally and also what companies exist in your locality. So, before I continue and present the challenge to you, I'm just going to take you on a short virtual tour of the training centre so you can see what facilities are available at the training centre in Bridgnorth. Okay, so I'm going to take you on a virtual tour, which you yourselves can access by visiting the MCMT website. So I'm just going to click on the virtual tour tool that we have, and I am going to just talk you through what sort of facilities we have at the training centre. So if I just click play. Now that is an aerial shot of the training centre that's based in Bridgnorth. The training centre is called the Marches Centre of Manufacturing and Technology, but the training provider is Income Training. So Income Training do all of the apprenticeship training programs, and they are classed as outstanding by Ofsted. So as you can see in the short video, it is taking us on a quick tour of the centre. So you've just gone through the foyer area, and we've just seen the auditorium. In the auditorium, the foyer area, that is where we do really big, large-scale events. That is let out to local businesses to actually host events there. So there's all sorts of events that are hosted at the centre, such as roundtable and business events. We have school engagement events. So we've recently launched the F1 in Schools Challenge, where we had 10 schools visiting us. And we also had 50 people from various companies in and around Shropshire. So this video is showing you all the various parts to the training centre itself. So the main part of the training centre is the workshop facilities. In there we have various sections such as fitting, milling, turning. We have a CNC section in the workshop. We also have a heritage section in the workshop for refurbishing heritage vehicles. We also have a section for electrical engineering. We have welding, and we also have fluid power, which includes pneumatics and hydraulics. We also have state-of-the-art advanced manufacturing equipment linked to metrology. So you will have seen in that video a small room with a machine that has a probe, and that is used to measure key components in aerospace and automotive industry. So that was a really quick tour. What I would recommend you do is log on to the website, scroll down to the bottom, click on virtual tour, and you can take a look around the centre yourself, and you can actually click onto the different rooms and navigate them at a slower pace. So that was just a quick whistle-stop tour. So the centre was opened in 2017. £5 million funding was invested into opening up that centre, that state-of-the-art facility over in Bridgnorth. We also have a training centre based in Shrewsbury, and we also have one in Aldridge. So that's just the facilities. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk you through the challenge and talk you through some more about the opportunities at the Marches Centre. Okay, so now you know a little bit more about the Marches Centre of Manufacturing. It is an employer-led training centre that trains local engineers and manufacturers for a range of different companies. So what we're going to do today is we're going to set you a STEM challenge. So we're going to set you a challenge linked to science, technology, engineering and maths for you to then explore and submit your entries to us. We'd like all of you to take part in this challenge, and we'd like you to submit your ideas directly to us at the end. Now, we are going to offer a £25 Amazon voucher for the winner of this challenge, or winners if you do work together. And we're also going to offer you a VIP tour of the centre to include a workshop at the centre of your choice. So that workshop could be in any section or any area of the centre, depending on what you'd like to explore. So the company that the challenge is linked to is one of our companies that trains their apprentices through the centre. So we have a good close connection with this particular company. So the company is called Radius Aerospace, and the company have recently had a branding change. Actually, their name has changed to Radius Aerospace in the last year. So Radius Aerospace deal with the development of products and components that are supplied to the aviation and aerospace industry. So they actually fabricate and manufacture a broad portfolio of aircraft structures, components, sub-assemblies and systems. So they deal with both private and commercial sectors, and they also deal with the military. So you can see from that statement that they're a fairly large employer within Shropshire. So it's an employer that you could consider working for once you've finished your studies. So these are some of their core services. They do titanium hot forming. They do forming, bonding, structural assemblies. So when you look at these, you might think, oh, actually, I'd really like to possibly go and have a little visit. So that is something we could try and help you with and help connect you with Radius Aerospace. They do chemical milling, they do welding, and they do CNC routing and drilling. So at the Marches Centre of Manufacturing, we're really keen to help you connect to a range of career sectors. So everything that we do, whether it's a STEM workshop, a STEM challenge, a short course to help you upskill yourself, everything is connected to a local sector within engineering or manufacturing to help you explore the different sectors so that when you come to applying for employment or training, you know what it is you're applying for. So here are some of the industry sectors that we may explore, but this list isn't exhaustive. There are a lot more. So we've got automotive, we've got aerospace, which is what we're exploring today. There's marine engineering, metrology, which is probably a very new term to a lot of you, and I'll expand and explain that another time. Got civil engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, electrical engineering. So everything, as you know, that's man-made on our planet has been designed, manufactured, and engineered. So there are so many different products that are manufactured. We have to manufacture machines to make products. So engineering and manufacturing is huge. And in 2022, which is very, very close now, there is a massive skill shortage within these sectors. 25% of our economy is made up by engineering and manufacturing. And that was a statement I read recently from a report written by Engineering UK. So it's something you might want to look into. Okay, so as we're exploring aerospace engineering in particular, I just want to point out two resources that you might want to explore further to explore careers within this industry sector. So the first one is the Royal Aeronautical Society. So this is a society where engineers within this sector, aviation and aerospace, they would actually join and get support from this particular platform. So I'd visit just to help explore this industry sector. The other site that I'd visit is called the Institute of Engineering and Technology. And that is another platform there to support young engineers like yourselves and engineers that are obviously progressing within their career in engineering. So these sites are not just designed for people in industry, they are designed for young people like yourselves as well. So the Institute of Engineering and Technology has a whole host of resources that will help you in your exploration of careers in engineering. So there's lots of resources for you to look on there. So the challenge. Let's set the challenge. So your challenge is to explore the problems that are currently faced within the aerospace industry. And I would like you to find an opportunity and develop a new product idea to address those problems. So in order to do this challenge, there are a few stages that you need to go through when exploring this challenge linked to aerospace. So the first thing I'd like you to do is research your clients. So research Radius Aerospace. Research and explore the core services that your client offers. Now, at this point, you might want to connect with the client direct. You might want to interview them. You might want to later on in the year possibly organise a visit, depending on whether that's possible. But you might want to connect with them remotely at least to sort of maybe interview your client. Once you found out what your client does, what I'd then like you to do is I'd like you to sort to explore the problem. So explore the problems and opportunities currently within the aerospace industry. You are looking for a gap in the market, a problem to solve. So research the aerospace industry, find out off your client if there's any opportunities for new product development, because if you can develop a new product or a new method of doing something within this industry, you are then making yourself more employable. So once you've researched the client, once you've explored all of the problems and opportunities as you would normally do as a designer, you then can start thinking about initial concepts. So produce some initial concepts that you would then present to your clients. So these might be sketches, there might be prototypes, it might be a combination of sketches and research that you've done, but you would need to put that in a format that's presentable to your client, whether that's face to face, remote over Teams or Zoom, or even via email. So produce a range of initial concepts. Now remember, your client isn't always going to like that one idea. So that's why as a designer, as an engineer, we always come up with quite a few concepts so that we're giving the clients some a choice and a range of ideas to choose from. So once you've produced some initial concepts, we want you then to develop an idea. So we want you to think about how you're going to develop an idea to then present that developed idea to your end client. How you present that final idea is up to you. You could produce a model, a sketch. That model could be produced using traditional materials, or it could be produced using computer-aided design. But you do need to think about how you're going to present that final idea. So those are some of the formats that you can actually present your final idea in. Okay, so the challenge is set. All that's left for you to do now is to go away and research and explore the problem, come up with some concepts and develop a final idea to present. And then what we need you to do is submit your ideas. So your ideas will come to us, but we would ask you to submit them via your teacher initially, and we will arrange an opportunity to come and allow you to present your ideas to us. So whether that's at your school, inviting you over to the centre, or over at the employer's place of work, or maybe remotely, that's something we'll decide nearer the time. But we hope that you enjoy working on this challenge, and we hope that you learn a lot about the aerospace industry and think about how you can use the materials that you produce as part of this challenge. So you could use these materials as part of your AS studies. You could use it as your extended professional qualification. You could use it and submit work to gain a CREST award, or you could indeed submit it as part of the Big Bang competition that happens annually. So there are lots of opportunities for your work to be accredited in other ways, as well as submitting it as part of our internal competition. But obviously, everything that you do, you are helping to develop your skills and knowledge and understanding in order to become a successful designer, engineer, or manufacturer, depending on the route that you decide to take. And this will all form part of your professional portfolio, which we would encourage all designers and engineers to produce. So we hope you enjoy it and we look forward to seeing what you submit. And it's been lovely to meet you, and we hope to see you face to face soon. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you all in the new year. Take care. Goodbye.